guys, long time no talk. I have not made a video in a long time. Sorry about that. It's just been hectic with my husband gone and, you know, the kids and all of that. So yesterday I asked on Instagram if y'all wanted to see an update on Jackson's blood clotting disorders, and many of y'all said yes. If this is your first time to this channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so below. I'd love to have you as one of my subscribers, and that way you don't miss any of our videos. So like I said, today I am going to talk about Jackson's blood clotting disorders. So rewind back to when he was about 8 months old. A piece of skin came off of his finger because he does have ichthyosis, and that's just normal for, you know, the skin to be peeling. A piece of skin came off and his finger started bleeding. So I put a band-aid on it and then put a sock on his hand so he didn't eat the band-aid. And then I laid him down for a nap, and when I woke him up, he had bled through the band-aid, he had bled through the sock, and he had bled on his sheets. And now my dad also has a blood clotting disorder called von Willebrand's, and so I knew that was genetic. So at his 9-month checkup, I brought it up to the doctor, and because there was a genetic history of it, he had us go to a hematologist. And over the course of the next 3 months or so, we went in probably 3 or 4 times to have blood taken, and every time we went and they called us, they said, well, it's very unclear like what he has, because even for von Willebrand's, his levels are still really low, like lower than what would be normal for von Willebrand's. And so whenever I was in the hospital with Sadie, they called me and said, we have the results back. So Jackson has type 1 von Willebrand's, and he has hemophilia type A. And the good thing about that is that both of those are the milder forms of both of those disorders. And the difference between the two is that von Willebrand's is a decreased or defective von Willebrand's factor, and hemophilia is a decreased or defective factor 8. So because he has the milder form, the big issue is if he were to have surgery, or, you know, there would be like a car accident, anywhere where he's going to be bleeding a lot, internal bleeding, stuff like that. The big test that they're going to do for it, which I'm not sure what it's called, I'm not sure what they're going to do, but they told me they cannot do it until he is 2 years old, unless there's like a big trauma that comes up. And actually a couple of days ago, Jackson like face planted on the ground and while he was crawling, and he had a nosebleed, and I was a little bit nervous. I was like, all right, this is it. Like, this is like a chance where he could bleed a lot. And he didn't really, he bled for maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, and then it stopped and it was fine. So that's good. Another symptom that can come along with it is bruising. And so far he hasn't had any bruising when he's been crawling or anything like that. Okay, so I just Googled what are some symptoms of hemophilia. It says you may have pain in your joints. You can have bleeding, blood in your stool, blood in your urine, bruising, heavy or prolonged periods, which obviously doesn't apply, internal bleeding, nosebleeds, and swollen joints. And then the symptoms of von Willebrand's are blood in urine, easy bruising, excessive bleeding during childbirth, heavy or prolonged periods, mouth bleeding, nose bleedings, or tendency to bleed easily. So obviously a lot of those don't apply. A lot of those we wouldn't know because he's only, you know, he's almost 14 months old. So that is the update, and I will update y'all if anything else arises. If not, you know, we'll go back when he's 2 and they'll do this test. So please let me know if y'all want anything else. Sadie will be going to the pulmonologist soon, so I'll do an update video on that. So thank y'all so much for watching, and like I said in the beginning, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys.